Hello there, you lovely people. I hope you're safe and I hope that you're well. In this week's video, I would like us to talk about stigma. Stigma is massive around the world, and when it comes to mental health and mental ill health, it can sometimes hold us back from truly expressing how we're feeling. So this video is all about breaking the stigma. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. This is a space where for you and I, we can just build on your self-awareness. We can promote good mental health, as well as building your motivation and your resilience. I've also got a profile over on TikTok at We Are Flourish, so be sure to check it out. In the past, our culture has just naturally created this environment worldwide where we've not been able to talk about how we're feeling, and this sometimes produces feelings of shame, which is also known as stigma. Until the 1960s, people that actually suffered with mental ill health were sent to a mental asylum. But since then, with time, actually we are more of a generation of understanding how we all have different feelings, about finding the importance of hope and recovery. So we are moving in the right direction. We can just do with speeding it up, I suppose. But let me give you a clear definition of what stigma is. Stigma involves negative attitudes or discrimination against someone based on a distinguishing characteristic such as a mental illness, a health condition, or a disability. Social stigmas can also be related to other characteristics, including gender, sexuality, race, religion, and culture. So with mental health or mental ill health, we have this level of understanding where sometimes we hold back how we're truly feeling because we are worried about what people will think of us, about the shame, and about how we may be feeling as if we're weak and we can't cope. But unfortunately, when it comes to those days where they're just getting harder and harder, or when it's coming to those weeks that are becoming harder and harder, sometimes what happens is we hold back on being our authentic true self. And unfortunately with that, kind of behind the scenes with our mind is it can just snowball and get harder and harder. So even though mental health has moved forward and we're moving in the right direction, there are some people that do struggle with being able to talk about how they're feeling, with fear of what other people think. However, in today's society, there is far more support. You've got self-help books, you've got apps and websites, you've got charities, and you've also got trained professionals that are there to listen to you. I'd also like to think that as we're moving with time, you have secondary schools, colleges and sixth forms that are more understanding about your mental health. There are more and more staff members within a kind of a trust that are a mental health lead. Therefore, they're trained to be there for you, to listen. And the pastoral and wellbeing teams are always fantastic when it comes to maybe you needing to open up about how you're feeling. So as we move forward with reducing stigma and discrimination, aka squashing it all together one day, I would like us to just highlight the fact that you may have parents, carers or grandparents that might not necessarily understand mental health or mental ill health. That's okay. We can't always change other people's opinions. The thing is with opinions is that everybody's entitled to one, but everybody thinks that their opinion is the right one. So we don't necessarily have to tackle other people's opinions all the time. We just need to make sure that we are being true and honest and authentic with ourselves and maybe with our friends or family members in order to kind of move forward. It's not weak to speak. It's not weak to speak, and I need you to just make sure that you're never, ever on your own. If you can find that sense of bravery and reach out, there is always people out there for you. As always, in the description box below, I have a list of charities and helplines, not only in the UK but worldwide. If you live in a different country, then let me know and I'll do my best to reach out to my connections and find out other charities in your country. Anyway, you take care, stay awesome, and I'll see you next week. Bye everybody. I've got some top tips to help you sleep. Remember this, that if you struggle to sleep and if you're waking up feeling tired or teary or irritable, snappy, if you're struggling to concentrate at school, then just realise that it's not always about the